Boys, today quite a challenge. You have £10 in your pocket, and I have a convenience store. We would like from each of you 2 portions of a work from home lunch and 2 portions of a midweek meal.
2 different dishes?
Yeah, lunch and dinner. £10 in your pocket, anything you want, you got an hour.
This is going to be
Tight.
really hard.
This is really hard.
Boys, we want you to plan, shop, cook and serve within the hour. My shutters are up.
Right.
Shop's open.
No!
Gents, this is all I've got, so to be fair, Baz, you were first. 3 items only before you move to the next. Yes, go.
Halloumi.
Yeah.
Chopped tomatoes, please.
Tin chopped.
I'll go the cream cheese.
You've gone double cheese. You go start on that.
I will have the cherry tomatoes, please. I will have an
20%
onion.
of his budget. Red or white? Same price actually today.
I'll go for a white, please.
Or pre-cut at 4 times the price.
Absolutely not.
Why are you back already?
I will go for the sweet potatoes, please.
Interesting.
Ebbers, I'll have some farfalle. Oh, that's only going to go in one dish. I'll have some brioche buns.
Would you like these brioche buns or the seeded ones?
What's the price difference?
This is £1.75 more.
Yep. For some sesame seeds?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, screw that. I'll have the cheap ones, please.
Oh, you've got double carbs.
Double carbs, yeah. Beef mince, please.
And the beef mince, 3 pretty chunky hefty items. Shop remains open 24 hours a day. Not that it matters, they only have 1 hour.
I'll have a white onion, please.
11 pence.
I'll have a pepper, please.
59 pence pepper. Oh, would you like a cut?
Yeah.
Do you care which colour?
I'll have the dark grey one, please. Red. Yep, perfect. I'll have a Thai red curry paste, please.
£1.20 for a pouch. Quite like this.
Can I have a Scotch bonnet, please?
A whole Scotch bonnet at 50 pence.
Why can't you have a spice here?
You can have any of my spices from out back. They're £1.10 each for dried herbs and spices.
£1.10!
Any jar you want. If you buy it, you can use as much or as little as you want.
I need the buns, please.
28% the budget on that. None of you gone for spuds.
And the eggs.
These are 20p each.
Can I have?
Would you like 6 Burford or 12 others?
Mixed. That's a lot of eggs.
Have an omelette for lunch.
Do you fancy doing a little bit of a...
What do you want?
I don't know. I could do with some of your cream cheese. Should we do a little side hustle
How
here?
much? So what the bit I'm missing? I would really like another spice.
I'll give you a whole pot of spices for the
£1.10
entirety
all
of
of
your
that.
cream cheese.
I'd like to buy lemon.
A whole one.
Yep,
30 pence.
thank you. I'll have 2 baby bells.
60 pence, so 30p each.
You got
And
baby
some
bell.
cream.
One of the most expensive ways to buy cheese.
What other ways have I got to buy cheese?
Well, not on this table, you
No,
haven't, but
fine.
it's the point we're trying to make. Don't buy things individually wrapped. That's the point we're trying to make here.
And some cream, please.
Say when.
Hi, Ebbers.
Hi.
Could I have a jar of garam masala, please?
Yep, £1.10. Bear with.
I'm going to leave it there. I'll be back.
No.
I'm subletting your garam masala, mate.
I have your cream cheese.
There you go. I'll come back for that. Please don't use all of it.
I'll keep a tablespoon.
That's enough. That's more than a tablespoon as well. Oh, this isn't enough. That was not worthwhile a trade.
Okay, back to the thing we do normally, cooking. You've made some decisions. You've spent most of your budget, most of you. What are you now going to cook with that?
No idea. No idea. I bought some expensive cherry tomatoes. I'm not really sure why, because my initial idea required some pasta. Yeah, I'm really quite stuck. I don't really know. But I've just started doing things that aren't irreversible.
So you have bought a prime cherry tomato and now you are oven roasting them. So
Yes.
reduce them down to what, almost like tomato puree consistency, or?
No.
Funny you should mention that, Ben. That's what I've done with this.
You've bought a tin of chopped tomatoes?
And I've reduced it down to a puree of sorts, slightly charred, a lot sweeter, that I'll be using later on.
So aside from watching all of the chaos unfold today and the communication and the planning of our normals, hopefully little tips and tricks. Today, those of you who bought onions, bought whole onions, 11 pence an onion currently. All our prices today are based on mid-range UK supermarkets today. You chose not to buy the pre-diced onion in the chiller cabinet, which would have been more expensive.
Can I get some mint, please, Ebbers?
Here's a fun game. Out of all of the ingredients that all of you have bought, who do you reckon bought the most expensive item?
Barry.
Who do you reckon bought the second most expensive item?
Barry.
Who do you reckon bought the third most expensive item?
No!
No, that was Jamie, but only just Barry bought the fourth.
I thought I was being clever by going, I'm not going to buy the mince or any of the meat. That's going to lure me in. Instead, I thought I'd aim for cheeses.
And a lot of eggs. What are you doing with your lot of eggs?
Most of them in one dish. I'm trying to work out if I can use... I could use some in the other.
You've had 20 minutes. You've now got a 40-minute cook ahead of you. Some of you have got a bit of money to spend, should you need it.
When I traded the cream cheese with Baz for the garam masala, I wasn't expecting him to want garam masala. But now I have garam masala. I'm frying off some diced onions and I'm thinking maybe I could make a garam masala-y curry with the sweet potato. So I think that's going to be the beginnings of dish one. I do, however, still have about £6 left to spend. Could I buy some cheap hot dogs for 70p, please?
Yes, you don't want my big jar for £4.40.
No, I do not. And could I buy some parsley
Help
as well?
yourself.
Ebbers, can I have some coriander and some little gem lettuce, please? Thank you.
Making a delicious, sweet and spicy halloumi sandwich. That should be as spicy as it is refreshing. But all my halloumi are going into 2 sandwiches.
Jamie, are you doing 2 dishes in parallel or are you doing one and then the next?
One and then the next, Ebbers, but I've combined some of the prep on like onions and peppers and things, so we'll go across both. Dish number 1, diced onion, red pepper, and Thai curry paste. That's going to go in with some minced beef to form a Thai ragu, along with some cream to form a sauce for some pasta. So I'm making a beef Thai red curry pasta dish with lemony herby croutons.
Saw that. Clever use of 2 of your burger buns. You're
Yep.
not serving double sandwich.
Next up, my second dish is going to be burger. We're making cheeseburgers with grilled onions and grilled peppers, and maybe a little bit of what's left of the Thai curry.
And your little gem?
Little gem is going to go through the pasta sauce and obviously into the burger.
Okay, so I've got my sweated down perfectly, possibly slightly burnt onions. My tomatoes are going in there. So I've got the beginnings of a base for a sweet potato curry. Garam masala is in to my spice mix.
First dish, halloumi bap. Halloumi, I've got my tomato, which I've reduced down into a puree type, and I'm spiking it with my Scotch bonnet. Got my cream cheese, my mint, and then I just stack that one. Oh, I might throw a fried egg in there as well.
36 minutes. As is always the case with Sidekick recipes, it's talking about sharing fresh ingredients and sometimes dried and dry store ingredients across multiple applications. I'm seeing it happen a couple of times here.
I'd like an onion, another potato, and some spring onions, please.
Boys, you've got 20 minutes left.
Garam masala. Next dish, scrambled egg on toast. It's a classic, can't go wrong. I'm just basically making it interesting with some garam masala and some mint and some of my beautiful tomato paste and my leftover cream cheese.
Sounds kind of cool. It's a nice work from home lunch. You have 16 minutes left. Does that bother any of you in terms of progress on the cooking? Now we've done a lot of the planning, shopping and buying and prepping.
Yes.
I think I'm all right.
I'm still not entirely sure what Mike's 2 dishes are.
Mine's some sort of weird sweet potato curry for my first, with lots of veg in. My second is, it's bangers and mash.
You can't deny there's lots of lovely smells going on here. As always, when you're buying ingredients, have to balance convenience, time, budget, and then flavour quality. But also, I think when looking at the ingredients, I definitely pick things that have multiple applications, as the boys have done. Things like kale and potato. Really good bulk ingredients for a really hearty, delicious soup that you could flavour so many different ways, but then you could use the rest of the kale to crisp up and add a crisp texture onto an evening meal. I think the choice of taking some of the meat proteins and dividing them, as Jamie has done, is smart. As always, when there's less time to think about the organisation, the planning, there is more chaos. There's more washing up to be done. There's more stacked plates. But Jamie has got 2 delicious, generous portions of food there. You have 13 minutes. Interestingly, you got similar hot dogs in a tin can challenge not too long ago, Mike, by accident.
Yeah.
This time you chose them.
Cream cheese into my curry mix.
Taking what's left of my tomato sauce, adding them in to try and freshen it up. And I might get the good cream cheese I have left over into the eggs as well. And I'm pretty much there.
Have the garlic, please. Thank you. In the oven, I'm roasting off some onion, some pepper, and now a little bit of garlic. I think I'm going to blend it up and make like a... Isn't that like a romesco sauce to go on my burger? Like a romesco? I don't know. It's part of a romesco. A bit of coriander. I'm sure it'll blend up perfectly fine.
Ebbers, I've bought a pepper.
Yellow pepper, 59 pence, all yours.
I've bought some couscous because I'm desperate for a bulking carb to go with my curry.
5 minutes remaining. Those of you who need to start thinking about getting stuff on plates, you're not far off. Barry is calmly scrambling eggs, as he has been for the last 10 minutes. And the boys are rushing around. I'll be honest, Mike has still only spent 78% of his budget, and from that, he bought white onion, red onion, and spring onion.
Yeah, bought me some garam masala.
He did triple onion.
I'm not even using some of it.
There is stuff everywhere. This is what happens when you haven't got a plan.
Cream cheese into the mash with a pinch of my leftover garam masala.
Added some of my extra cream cheese into my eggs, just to keep it loose. That's perfect, happy with that. Mike was gonna throw these ends away. I'm gonna use them on top of my dish. Food waste hero, me.
This could be disgusting. That's exactly what you want to hear, isn't it?
I always think it's bold when someone calls something like mash. I'd have gone for like smashed roots, because then you get away with a bit of texture.
It's definitely smashed. Well, if anything, it's mixed heritage smashed roots because it's white and sweet potato.
Nothing heritage about those cheap varieties of white and sweet potato. Couscous, 1-to-1 ratio, always.
Yeah.
Weigh it out and then you know you're good. Jamie starts to construct his lunch or dinner.
2 meals. You take your pick.
Mike is starting to frantically get some stuff on the plate. It's what we like to see. 20 seconds. Jamie's got all of his food on a plate. He's just garnishing. Mike is a little more frantic, but he's getting there. 10 seconds to go. Barry's made scrambled eggs.
Oi!
What is that?
What is this? I don't know. It's lunch, isn't it? It's salad.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from midweek lunch and dinner. For the sake of content, that was £30 well spent. Should we get them into the sexies? Straight off, 6 plates of food and you all stayed under budget. So technically,
Scored.
big tick. I think there's some really clever ideas dotted through these 6 dishes and some absolute mares. Should we have a talk?
Yeah.
Jay, is your burger lunch?
Yes, on reflection, we're going for lunch burger.
Okay, a lunch burger.
You wouldn't want a whole one, would you?
What do you mean?
I've seen you cook a better burger with fewer ingredients.
Oh, I agree.
There's a lot to think about.
And I don't think the raw garlic was a good idea.
The garlic
Overpowers everything.
The garlic was an afterthought, and it didn't get as long in the oven as it needed.
But this was your first thought. This was your focus. And this, as it was coming together, I was super intrigued by. Because you've done what we love to do and merge 2 completely different cultures where you wouldn't expect them to be. And a pasta dish with a Thai red curried beef
That is nice.
is really tasty. The lemon cuts through. I like the other use of the burger bun to make crispy croutons, which you then squeeze lemon over to give it a real citrus thing.
That Thai curry paste just stuck out to me as an instant way of adding flavour.
For £1.20, I think it was probably your best spend, because that one item you bought had the most ingredients within it, and it gives a big bang for its buck.
Should we skip this? Baz.
Mike, which is your lunch?
My sausage and mash, Ebbers, with a side salad.
I actually think the mash is really
Yeah,
nice.
it's
I
good.
like the fact that it's got some texture and it's chunky, because it hasn't been completely pureed. It is kind of smashed together. It's sweet, it's creamy, it's well seasoned. That's delicious.
The rest
That
is...
was a choice. You chose the hot dogs. They are what they are. They're, you know, the cheapest of hot dogs.
It's a bad choice, Ebbers. Let's move on to this. This hopefully should taste a little bit better. Sweet potato and vegetable curry.
It's very sweet because of the sweet potato and the roasted cherry tomatoes. That's nice and balanced. I think the process to get there was so strangled that none of it is quite right. A tray of cherry tomatoes you roasted off, probably not the best use of cherry tomatoes, and completely lost in there. And that was everything that you bought that was fresh.
That's my...
didn't get used.
That's my salad for lunch for the day after. So technically 3 dishes there.
You bought 11 ingredients. You didn't use
Most of them
any
are
of them. All of them.
That's a lot.
You didn't use all of them. Some of them you didn't use at all. And you spent the least at £7.83. So you had much more in your back pocket to go with if you knew where and when to spend it. Baz, I feel like you went into yours with a plan.
Cheese. All of it.
All the cheese.
Do sandwiches.
No. one on toast, the other is a sandwich.
No,
Very different.
No, okay, I like it. As a flavour combo, I quite like the mint with the spice, with the grilled cheese. So I think that's actually worked quite nicely. You've then got sweetness of bum and richness of yolk. I don't think there's much not to like. So you ran out of budget to put something with it,
Yeah.
which it probably needs as a complete meal. But I think that's a great lunch,
This is half dinner.
and that's most of a dinner. And do you know what? You'd be pretty stuffed at the end of it because there's a lot of cheese in there. What you've not done is necessarily share that cheese across. Cheers.
Are they the normal colour of scrambled eggs?
Yeah, that's what's happened. I'm colourblind, but that doesn't feel like the normal colour of scrambled
I
eggs.
think he's put the garam masala in there, so they're spiced eggs.
Okay, spiced
so
eggs.
cold.
Cheers.
Fine, cheers.
That's very tasty. The mint's good. The hijacking of the garam masala in exchange for the cream cheese and the hijacking of the spring onions that weren't in your budget either is good. It's a nice dish and it's cooked well.
Yeah, nice.
I do like your low and slow eggs. I've always liked them.
Thank you, mate.
Jamie, you bought the most ingredients, 12 ingredients, and it was £9.81. Do you want to know the truth? Out of 6 plates, I think only 2 of them are good. I thought Jamie's pasta was really good, and I thought these eggs were really good with the mint and the tomato and the spice and the garam masala.
And Mike was here.
I was about. No.
Not our finest hour, but I also think one of the tougher challenges
Yeah.
that we've done for a long time.
Yeah. I think it gives us a good idea of what the chefs have to do to create cycling recipes. That's your challenge. Take a budget, stretch it as far as you can, and we are not capable yet.
And that is why we created Sidekick, so you can avoid some of the chaos and the planning and outsource that to a chef who's done it for you to use up all the fresh ingredients and give you delicious tasting food week in and week out. And if you want to try it, you can download it and it's free for 30 days. So why not? Give it a go. It was a really tough challenge and I hope I've not been too harsh. I just don't think without the plan today, and that was the bit that was missing, there's been any particularly great results.
No,
I do have a
definitely
loser.
not.
Sorry, Mike, today that's you.
That's fine.
And a winner.
This is such a begrudging winner.
It really is. And 2 second place. There we go. Comment down below, who would you give the win to? Because I'm struggling.